Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to study about a very important topic and its name is quantum numbers. So, about quantum numbers, you must have seen movies etc where you have heard about this word quantum. So, it is first of all it's a very important topic because it will come in both your exams like JEE or NEET. So, for the perspective of your exams, it is very important topic. Also, this topic, the questions from this topics are extremely easy and you can easily solve them. So this topic is very important. So now let's start. So in this we will study about quantum numbers and energy and notes. Okay. So about quantum numbers, before we come to know about quantum numbers, let's know a very interesting story. Let's dive into something interesting. So first of all, okay, so I think you all have friends. So we can say there is a guy, his name is Chintu. Chintu. Chintu has a friend, his name is Pintu. What's his name? Pintu. So Chintu and Pintu were best friends in school, but what happened when they have grown up? So Pintu's parents decided that he should study somewhere far, like somewhere in USA. So Pintu's parents had sent him to USA. Pintu is now in USA. Now, as Pintu has moved to USA, now Chintu is very upset. So what he will do now? So Pintu has come up with a very interesting idea that how to Chintu is upset. So what Pintu will do? Pintu will send a gift to Chintu. What he will do? He will send a gift. Now you must be very happy while listening the name of gift because I think everyone love receiving gifts. So what he will do? He will send gift to Chintu. Now to send gift, Pintu must know about the address of Chintu. Pintu must know about the address of Chintu to send him a gift from USA. So what he will do? He will ask Chintu that please tell me your address so I can send you a gift and you will be happy. So he will ask to send the address. Now for address, so what Chintu will do? He will send the address, and in address will include what are the things? Address will include country in which he is staying, then country, then state and city, right? Address will consider these three things: country, state and city. So now why I told you this story? Because quantum number is all about finding the address of electron. Quantum numbers tells us where electron lives. So what quantum number tells us? Quantum numbers tells us about the address of electrons. Address of electrons. Okay. What it is written? It can be defined as the set of four numbers with the help of which we can give complete information about electrons. It tells us about where our electron will be found. Okay, so to know the address of electrons, there are four quantum numbers. Repeat with me, how many quantum numbers are there? There are 4 quantum numbers. First one is principal quantum number. First is principal quantum number. Second, azimuthal quantum number. Third one is magnetic quantum number. And fourth one is spin quantum number. Now you have read about Schrodinger's wave equation. So these three, the above three have come from Schrodinger's wave equation. The above three have come from Schrodinger's wave equation, and the last one is discovered later. Okay. Now what does these 4 quantum numbers tells about? These 4 quantum numbers tells about the shell. Okay. The shell. This one about the subshell. This one about magnetic will tell us about the orbital, and spin will tell about the spin. Okay. Now the first quantum number we will study. First quantum number is principal quantum number. Okay. Principal. Who is principal? The head of your school. So this one is head. Just consider that. So it will tell us about what? It will give information about shell. Now what is this? Just like I tell you in the address, first what comes first? That is country. So principal quantum number is what? Country in which the electron lives. That means shell. Okay. Now how do we represent it? We represent it with n. So principal quantum number is represented by n. Okay. And it gives us idea about what? It gives idea about the shell. The shell in which our electron will be found. Okay. So one thing, what does this mean? It is a positive integer with value n is equal to 1, 2, 3. So one thing you should know that n's value can never be equal to 0. N can never be equal to 0. You must remember this. So represented by n, what does it tell us about? Shell, and its value can never be equal to 0. So how do we find it? N is equal to 1 means first shell, n is equal to 2 means n is equal to 2 means second shell, n is equal to 3 means third shell, and n is equal to 4 means fourth shell. Okay. First shell means K shell, second means L, third means M, and fourth means N shell. Okay. Now what does this N tells us about? It gives idea about the energy of electron. How does it tell about the energy? Suppose this is our nucleus. Nucleus has shells. First shell, second shell, third shell. Okay. So as the number of shell increases, the energy will increase. As the number of shell increase, so the formula will be E is directly proportional to N. E is directly proportional to N. So more is the value of N, more will be the energy. For example, if I tell you N is equal to 3 or N is equal to 4, which will have highest energy? So it will be N is equal to 4. N is equal to 4. N is equal to 4 will have highest energy. So another thing it tells us about, another thing it tells us about the size. So E is also directly proportional to R. Okay, R. E is directly proportional to R. Okay, E is directly proportional to R. It means, see, the number of shell increases, then the size will also increase, and the size increases, then radius will also increase. So E will be directly proportional to R. Sorry. R will be directly proportional to N. So number of principal quantum number increases, then the radius will also increase. Okay. Now if we have to find the maximum number of electron in a shell, there is a very simple formula to learn it. So you can do any question if N is given. So maximum number of electron in a shell is equal to 2n square. Very simple formula. If I give you the value of n, for example n is 4, and I ask you how many electron can be there in n is equal to 4. So what you will do? You will put the formula 2 into 4 square. So answer will be 32. It means 32 electrons can come in n is equal to 4. Another one, if I tell you n is equal to 2. So 2n square, 2 into 4, 8 electron. Okay, then we can find the number of orbitals too. I'll tell you about orbital. That formula is simply n square. So if I have to find the number of orbital in a shell, what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it in this formula. For example, n is equal to 4. So find the number of orbital. Number of orbital will be n square. 4 into 4, 16 orbitals, right? Now coming to our next quantum number, and its name is azimuthal quantum number. Okay. Now what does this azimuthal quantum number tells us about? N gave us idea about shell. It will tell us about subshell. Just like a country has so many states. So this shell has so many subshells. Lots of subshells will be there. Okay, so this is what its name is also known as orbital angular momentum number or subsidiary quantum number. Okay, just like you have an official name, okay, but at your home your parents call you with some nicknames like Chinku, Pinku or Pappu, Chappu. So it also has some other names, orbital angular momentum number or subsidiary quantum number. Now what does it give us idea about? N gave us idea about shell. It will tell us about subshell or the shape of subshell, okay, to which electron belongs. Now one thing that you must learn and remember is that the number of n is equal to the number of L. First of all, it is represented by what? L. So the number of shells is equal to the number of subshells. So if I tell you the number of shells are 4 shells are there, so there are also 4 subshells. Alright. Now the value of L. The value of L can never be equal to N. Remember that the value of L can never be equal to L, and also the value of L can never be greater to N. Remember this, the value of L can never be equal to N and the value of L can never be greater than N. So how do we find the value of L? How will we find the value of L? So the value of L will be 0 to n minus 1. 0 to n minus 1. Let me explain you how this will happen. So this is a question. First we will understand how this will happen. So the value of L will be, for example, L is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So the subshell that will be here will be subshells subshells. Subshells will be S, P, D and F, and their shape will be for 0, for S the shape will be spherical, for P the shape will be dumbbell, for D the shape will be double dumbbell, for F the shape will be complex, it's not defined. Okay, only you have to remember the shape of S, P and D. Okay. Now for the values of N, N is 1, as I told you that N can never be 0. So for the value of N, L will be 0. That means 1s. For N is equal to 2. The value of, as I told you, the number of shell is equal to number of subshell. So for 2 shells, there will be 2 subshell. Okay. So For n is equal to 2, L will be 0, 1. Simple. L will be 0, 1. So 0 means second shell, so 2s and 2p. Now for n is equal to 3, 0, 1 and 2. That means 2s, 2p and that means 3s, 3p and 3d. For n is equal to 4, 0, 1, 2. That means 4s, 4p, 4d and 4f. Alright, as simple as that. What we understood from here, that the value of n and L are not equal anywhere, and the value of L is not greater than n in any situation. Okay. Now can we do a little question? Maximum number of electron that can be accommodated in n is equal to 4. N is equal to 4. We are we have to tell the number of electrons. So n is equal to 4. So formula 2n square. That means 2 into 4 square. The answer will be 32 electrons. Alright. Now, if we have to find the maximum number of electrons in a subshell, if subshell is given, then we can find the number of electrons in it in very simple formula by, so 2 into 2L plus 1. For example, if I ask you to tell me the number of electrons in 3D subshell, so it will be, the value of L will be, as I told you, L will be 2. So 2 into 3, 2 into 2 plus 1. So 4 plus 1, 5, 5 to the 10. Number of electrons will be 10 electrons. Alright. Now there is a formula to find orbital angular momentum of an electron. How we will find the orbital angular momentum? Root L plus 1 into h upon 2 pi. Very simple formula. L plus 1 h upon 2 pi. Now, for example, if I ask you to find the number of electrons in same 3D subshell. 3D subshell, if I ask you to find the orbital angular momentum, what you will say? What you will do? You will put L is equal to 2 plus 1 h upon 2 pi. So the answer will be root 6 into h upon 2 pi. Alright. Now coming to our third quantum number. Third quantum number is magnetic quantum number. And what does this tell us about? Shell, n is equal to shell, L is subshell and M is magnetic quantum number. Just like I told you, country has states, state has city. So this is what? This is our city. Okay. So N means shell. Shell has lots of subshells and subshells has lots of orbitals. So what is it? It determines the number of preferred orientation of an electron in a subshell or the number of electrons in a subshell. Okay, orientation means how electrons are arranged, how many orbitals are there. Orbitals are what? Orbitals are where the probability of finding electron is highest. Can I write it here? Orbital where finding probability of finding is highest. Alright. So to find the value of m, I've given you a formula 2l plus 1. So for the value of l, 2l plus 1 values are possible ranging from minus l to plus l. Let me make you understand this. So for example, l is 2. So I have to find the value of m. How I will find? M is equal to 2l plus 1. That means 4 plus 1. That means 5 possible values of, I'm telling you, 5 values of m will be possible. Now what 5 values will be? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So minus 2, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2. These 5 values will be possible. Now let me explain you how. So for the value of, let me write, as we understood, the value of n 0, so L will be 0 and the value of m will also be 0. What I made this? This is what? This is, what is this box? This box is an orbital. This box is orbital. So now for the value of n, L is 0, m is also 0. For the value of n is equal to, sorry, for the value of n will be 1. I'm so sorry that I said the value of n is 0 because n can never be 0. N is 2, then L will be 0, comma 1. So m will also be okay. 0 means S and 1 is P. So for P it will be minus 1, 0 and plus 1. Okay. For 3, 0, 1 and 2. So S, P, 0, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and D. Minus 2, plus 2, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and plus 2. Alright. For 4, this is what? S, P and D. For n is equal to 4, L will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. So how many? 0, and 7. 7 orbitals will be there. 0, minus 1, 0, plus 1, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and plus 2. This will be minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2 and plus 3. Now you can understand this. Now, can I tell you about the shape of orbitals? Okay, so for S, it was spherical in shape. So, this is our S orbital is spherical in shape, spherical. For P there are three shapes. Three shapes. Okay, I will make it like this. There is three shape and that is like this. Dumbbell shaped. Okay, dumbbell shaped. This is PX. Another is PY. This is PY. Okay, and PZ. Alright, this is P, this is S. Now for D orbital, there are, for D subshell there are 5 orbitals. First I will make double dumbbell shape. This is what? D, XY. Then D, YZ. Then D, ZX. All these three are what? They are between the axis. Okay, and another one is Another is d x square y square. Now you can see this is on the axis and one is okay dz square. Now the probability of finding the electron is on the axis here, on the axis, on dz square, it will be what? On dz square it will be, consider this is what our axis. So the probability will be here, here and also around here. Alright. Now we see our next quantum number and it is spin quantum number, which was not found out by Schrödinger's. Okay. Now electron rotates on its own axis, like Earth rotates around Sun like this. Also it rotates around its own axis. It rotates like this. Okay, so like that electron also rotates around nucleus and also on its own axis. So the value of spin quantum number will be minus half or plus half. So for spin quantum number, what we find out, this is our orbital. The maximum number of electron that can be here can only be 2, and those 2 electron will be in opposite spin like this. Okay, so if I make an orbital like this, will it be correct? No, because they have to be in opposite spin. If I make orbital like this, can it be correct? No, because only 2 electrons can come in one orbital, right? So the value of spin quantum number we represented by S. It will be either plus half or minus half, right? It is in either half, minus half or plus half. It means it can be anti-clockwise or it can be clockwise. Alright, do you understand it? Now can we do one quick question? How many 3D electron can have m is equal to minus half? How do we find it? M is equal to minus half. How many 3D? 3D means D is equal to 2. D is 2. So value of M will be minus 2 to plus 2. So for this minus half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what will be the answer? 5. Next question. How many electrons can have N is equal to 3 and M is equal to minus half? N is equal to 3 means L is 0, 1 and 2. That means S, P and D. Okay, so N is equal to 3. So 0. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Do we see 9? The answer will be 9. Do you understand now? Now this question, which of the following set of quantum number is possible? For N is equal to 3, L is equal to 2 is possible? I think it is possible. For N is equal to 3, can L is equal to 3 will be possible? No, it will not be possible. Why? Because I told you the value of L is equal to 0 to N minus 1. So answer will be this. I hope you understand this now. I hope.